Here you go. Joyce's speech.
Note cards that are very messy. Next. Can you read it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the last one. Okay, now show the audience. Oh, did I do them out of order?
I don't think it matters.
Okay. Okay. So the speech is on the serious problem that we have in the United States on pet overpopulation. Can everybody see? I'd like to introduce you to Hero. One day, Hero found himself in a strange new place with all kinds of animals, cats and dogs, in cages. He wondered why his family left him there. He was very confused, very sad. Some people would walk by, look at him, and then keep walking. One day, a family with 3 boys came in and looked into his cage for a long time. A worker brought him into a room where he got to play with the 3 boys. At the end of the visit, he found himself in their car going home with this new family. He had found a new forever family. And this is my dog. Me and my family adopted Hero 3 years ago on 9/11 of 2006. Unfortunately, as is more often the case, there's not a happy ending for the animals in the shelter. But there's a serious problem of pet overpopulation in the United States today. There are more pets than there are homes available to them. But there are things that we can do as responsible pet owners and Americans to help reduce this problem of pet overpopulation. So, this problem is very serious. It is estimated by Shelley Swanson-Sadarin in the Humane Society's A Voice for the Animals that there are over 22 million dogs and cats born every year in the United States. And of those 22 million dogs and cats that are born, 13 million find their way into shelters. And of those 13 million, 7 million are euthanized. And 50% of dogs that are find their way into shelters are euthanized, and shockingly 72% of the cats that are in the shelters become euthanized, and that's from a Newsweek article. So there's definitely a serious problem. It's worse with cats. Cats breed so often that cats that are out in the wild and stray cats can really add to the pet population or the stray population. 2 cats given 10 years of populating will turn into 80,399,780 cats at the end of those 2 years. So left uncontrolled and being able to reproduce whenever they are able to, that's what you'll come up with. There's an estimated 70 million stray cats in the United States. It's definitely a big problem. And so where do all these stray cats and abandoned animals come from in the shelters? Well, first of all, like I just said, they come from families who abandon their pets. People who move away to another state and can't bring their pets, or dorm students who have a cat in their dorm and then they just leave the cat in their dorm when they're at the end of college. It happens all the time. And unfortunately, people just don't have the responsibility to find a new home or to take them to a shelter to make sure that they at least have a chance of finding a good home. Another source of these pets are lost pets who have escaped from home and aren't licensed and aren't able to get found back to their owners. And another source of these pets is unwanted pets that are offspring of wanted pets. So your dog gets pregnant or your cat gets pregnant and you don't know what to do with the pets. So some people will just leave them on the side of the road or just can't find homes for them, so they take them to the shelter. So what can we do as Americans, as responsible pet owners, to help reduce this problem of pet overpopulation? Well, the first things first is to be a good, responsible pet owner. And we can do that in several ways. The first thing is to license your pet. Get a tag on your pet that the local shelter will know your name and number. If they find them, they can contact you and help find them if they get lost. Also, if you microchip your pet, that's another thing that you can do. 30% of dogs that are in the shelter are reunited with their owners, but only 2 to 5% of cats are reunited with their owners. And that's because they don't have a license or a tag. It's really important to get your pet licensed. Another thing we can do is to spay and neuter our pets. A lot of people don't want to do this for many reasons. First of all, they'll say it's too expensive and I can't afford it, but the cost of raising one litter of cats or puppies is more expensive than it would be to get your pet neutered in the first place. Another reason to do it is because having these pets in your own home are taking away homes from all those puppies and cats that are in the shelter that need homes. And so if you are bringing other pets into the world that is already overpopulated, you're adding to the problem. So another reason to license your pets is that, or to neuter your pets, is that only 10% of the pets that find their way into the shelters are already neutered. So the ones that are neutered are already in homes. 70% of people that have them in their homes are already neutered. So that's a good thing to show that once you've spayed and neutered your pet, that they're probably not going to end up in the shelter. And finally, don't abandon your pets. Realize that when you get a pet, it is a lifetime commitment to that pet, that you're going to care for them. They don't have a choice in the matter, but you do. And if you can't take care of the pet, the best thing to do is not to abandon them on the side of the road, but to put them in a shelter where they can at least have a chance of finding a home. And another thing that we can do is adopt from the shelter. The next time you want a pet or need a pet, you can go down to the shelter and get them. They're a lot cheaper than going to the pet store. And a lot of people say, well, I want a purebred dog. Well, 25% of the animals in the shelter are purebred. So you can find a purebred animal in a shelter for a fraction of the cost if you were to go to a puppy store. Another problem with buying a pet from a puppy store is that a lot of those pets come from what are referred to as puppy mills, where the people don't care for the puppies. They just keep having them, and they don't put them in any proper cages or hygiene or anything. They just do them for the money. And so if you go to the shelter, it helps put them out of business. And it'll also save a pet from being euthanized unnecessarily. So even though this is a very big problem in the United States today, there are things we can do by being responsible pet owners, getting our pets spayed or neutered, or going to the shelter to adopt our next pet. Won't you help solve this problem by being a responsible pet owner?